not near you guys.
You just noticed shadows somewhere.
Yeah.
So there's some angels flying around in a battle formation, and they've landed on the cloud.
Shawhead, are you seriously still on about these fucking shadows? Nobody saw anything. Relax.
Well, I can't help it that you are oddly unperceptive when sober. So maybe you should drink a little more and you'll start actually seeing things around you.
Yeah, that's usually how drinking works. You start seeing random shit.
And
I'm
for you, it's
sober
the.
and I don't see anything. Relax. It's fine. Everything's cool. But, I mean... Fuck.
Whatever
Where's
you want.
Malachi?
So
I'm just gonna keep watching.
I mean,
Like, can I see Malachi from here?
Yes, now that you look very specifically, you see him.
Okay,
He
well,
is currently riding on what appears to be a knot horse.
dope. Is he busy?
No, he's just kind of chilling there, and Shelly's on the back of the horse hugging him.
Okay, well then I'm gonna ride over to Malachi and Chelly, and as always,
Kinda-
address Chelly first.
Kind of makes it sound like they have
I'll
like
ride
an
up with 'em.
inappropriate relationship.
Oh no, it's just like
maybe
grabbing
a
him from the
little bit.
back.
You never rode on a motorcycle, Kayla? Jesus, calm down.
What the hell,
Not
yeah.
as the bitch, only
Liar.
as the driver.
So yeah, I'm just gonna ride up next to them.
I do
and
too.
Address Chelly as always, something along the lines of, "Hi, Chelly, how you doing?"
She just kind of looks at you, still burying her face in his back.
Nice. Malachi,
Yes?
Shawhead is saying that there was a thing, or multiple things in the sky that she saw just now. Are we being followed by something, or is she probably just tripping?
I don't know. I didn't see anything myself.
Are we aware of being? I mean,
I mean,
Should
we're
we be
we're a good
worried?
ways off from the Greenies. I wouldn't expect anything personally, but
how
you
common,
can never predict what those.
how common are
Greenies do.
dragons in this world?
Uh, Not very.
Like super legendary creatures type deal?
I've yet to actually run across one myself.
How common are harpies?
I'm
Or
not from around here, Malachi.
goblin harpies?
I've only been down here a couple years. Is there anything in this part of the world that would be flying that we should be worried about?
Storm wings?
I live underground, man. I'm not really good with flying shit.
Our reports have given back information that the orcs may be training bats. It appears that one of the clans in recent years have obtained that kind of method for doing that, but I doubt they'd be this far out. The bats aren't exactly famous for their stamina.
Okay, cool. Bug it. Well, I mean, that being said, we did just get raided like a couple days ago, or like a day ago, literally, by that fucking huge group of people. They had to have gone somewhere, right? So maybe they have a camp up here hidden somewhere? I mean, they didn't just disappear into the mountain. They had to have gone to someplace. And if they were heading south, I assume we would have, caught them or passed them. This fucking host isn't exactly small.
Yes, it is troublesome indeed.
I want to keep your eye out for that, dude.
Yeah. If anything, I'll probably ask some of your fellow compatriots to go about scouting and keep an eye out. And I'll keep my eyes to the sky specifically.
At this point, I pull out my wine bottle again. And I'm like, yeah, you should probably get someone to do that. See you later, Malachi. And kind of ride off somewhere drinking.
He just kind of shakes his head and sighs.
And then I continue south.
Okay.
So you keep rolling.
I keep an eye on the sky just because I feel mildly paranoid now.
Okay, so you guys make it south. The camp starts slowing down to a halt around roughly 5-6 p.m.-ish, and everyone is finally unpacking permanently this time. The structures that they're building appear to be more fortified in this case.
Oh, we're like
guys...
making a camp down here. I thought we were going to a place.
No, you guys are currently building whatnot. The Vigil, if you look, if you wander about, are specifically making makeshift fortifications for the night, and then come day, they're going to make something more sturdy.
How do I know, or would I know, how long we're intending on, this being an actual place? Is it just, while we're here, or are we actually, making a fucking city?
You guys specifically were not told.
Fine. I
Specifically.
head over to
damn.
Malachi's tent again. Is he there? Or is Chelly out front?
He's just kind of looking at you. The tent flaps are open.
Okay. Hey, how long are we staying here, by the way? I thought we were heading to, like, a place. I didn't realize we were just gonna make a place.
All the keeps to the south that we haven't passed yet have been overrun. We need to fortify at a defensible location such as this one. And you would know that the location around you has a pretty favorable, set of valleys and hills to where it's difficult for them to attack uphill.
Alright.
Are
So
we
we're-
two towering this shit?
So this is literally, yeah, we're two towering this shit right now. So, dope.
What?
No, that's exactly what's happening. So let me just recap what's happened here for those of you that didn't watch last week or the week before, and you can't be caught up because YouTube VODs don't exist because I'm really bad at VODs. We moved like White Throne, which is like the capital of the city, and we all just left. Like the entire city just left to head to war, right?
Good portion of it.
And now we're just making a new White Throne like 7 days south.
About, yeah. It's more like 5, I believe.
Dope.
Just soldiers. Did anyone from the temple come down? Calistria? Did they send any paladins or other whatnots?
I mean, if you look hard enough, you could probably find, a small handful. They weren't exactly a big
Yeah,
group
I
back
don't
then.
think so.
For a lot
So-
of paladins of Calistria, is that a thing?
No.
Okay, I was
A
gonna
lot
say.
of them die at an early
Clerics,
age
maybe.
to various miscellaneous diseases.
Yeah. Like that one that Caney has that we're not allowed to know about. Okay. So it's like 5 o'clock. We're all fucked up. Well, he's fucked up. The rest of us are at full health as far as I know. And we're like building a fucking city.
The guild itself has you see your guildmates slowly gathering around a campfire, and there's also Malachi who has left his tent and he's heading towards it, and says, "You should probably follow. We're going to go over what the plan is for the following weeks."
I go over to the camp.
Okay, fine. I follow Malachi.
Okay. He gathers you and the rest of the guild around the campfire and just goes over some logistical stuff. He's explaining how the labor is being divided. Like the Vigil are currently working on fortifications. They'll also be scouting. The Mages Circle, well, House Erebus, is going to be working on improvements to increase the defenses as well. The Merchants Association is actually going to drop everything off here and head back to escort a second caravan back.
Whoa. The Merchants Guild is escorting somebody down here?
Like, they're going halfway out to meet them. They've got their own escorts that they took from the city.
Okay.
So it's just like bring them back faster, more horses, whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. I thought you were saying that these guys were the guys that we protect.
Yeah,
were going to
no,
protect
they're not
somebody.
fighting.
Okay, cool.
And he then goes on to what various guilds are doing. Not all the guilds in Whitethorn were combat oriented, so they're working on crafting. They're helping build, structures and whatnot. Some of them are actually doing some other trade-oriented stuff. And the combat guilds specifically have not been assigned a task by the council. And he then goes on about how it's your guys' duty / preference to aid whichever group as you see, most suitable to your, each individual's skills.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
I know some of you want to smash stuff. You'll probably want to sign up with the Vigil. If you want to be a little bit quieter about stuff, probably the Vigil too, since you're scouting. The mages do need some assistance as well. Some bodyguards would be preferred since tomorrow they're going to be going to an unfortified location. He just goes on and on. Talks about how the church could use a hand healing people since they aren't exactly the largest group either, so they're falling a little bit behind.
You know what would be really good, Malachi, if we set up a temple to Kate and Kayleen here. Huh? I could
Set
help
up a
with that.
bar.
We could do that instead of
He
like.
just kind of stares at you and then continues explaining.
God damn it! Look, we're building shit anyways. While we're doing it, throw up a quick little temple of Kate and Kayleen. I'll help.
Oh god, are you going to actually draw one?
Please.
Debo, you can't draw. Don't do this.
Yo, I will fucking draw the shit out of this. We're making a city, and this place is gonna be here for a while. I want a fucking temple to my god somewhere in this world. That's no. That's the Temple of Mithra. Fuck
Does
that.
Caden and Kayleen have temples, or
I don't.
is it just people drinking?
I thought you guys just kind of went around drinking.
Yeah, no, that's totally true. That's why I'm making the first temple to Kate and Kayleen.
So you're making
So
like
would
what
it
our
have, like-
brothel is.
This is quite
But
literally
for the
probably the first temple ever to Kate and Kayleen. Yeah,
Why
and
not
I'm,
just
Well,
make
we
a
should
strip
probably
bar?
focus our efforts
I'm-
first.
can we
There's
get
no point
Gonna
making a
go-
temple only to have it get razed to the ground, if you catch my drift.
please? Fine, but when we get back to White Throne, we need a temple to Kate and Kayleen somewhere. This is bullshit.
Are you going to purchase the land yourself?
Maybe.
Okay. He just kind of shrugs and keeps going on.
Find another diamond.
So far you said you can join like the watch or the vigil.
Hmm.
So we can
Basically-
we can be bodyguards for the mages, we can be bodyguards for the vigil, or we can go scouting with the vigil.
I mean, yeah, you guys can actually help build stuff too if you have,
I wonder
skills to
how-
do
I'm
so.
probably better at
Or help the
building
church.
than anything.
Yeah.
I'm
Basically,
not-
every group is a little bit shorthanded, and they would appreciate help.
And then
with
I'm in no
those.
condition to fight. So I
As
can
long as you
always
guys are
justify
being
building.
useful, they'll accept it.
Are we expecting like actual or like to have to kill shit if we go out scouting, or is it literally just scouting? Because I'm a pretty decent craftsman myself. I could probably help build some stuff.
Can we,
You'd probably have to go talk to the vigil for more specific info on that
can we
one.
split up and do all this?
Never split the party.
Never
I
do it.
actually
Don't
glare
do
at
it.
Karsh when I say that.
Mhm.
Never split the fucking
So what are we
party.
all best at then?
Well, I probably in no condition to fight still.
I mean,
I'm
let
probably
me
better for vigil and church.
let me put it this way: if there's actual combat to be had, like if the vigil is expecting heavy resistance or something, I'm going with them. Like I'm gonna go help. But if they're literally just scouting out the area, making sure that nothing weird's happening, we'd be more useful doing other things. So let's go talk to the vigil and see what their scouting reports give now. If they're like going to raid a goblin encampment or some shit, we'll go with them. But otherwise, I vote probably the church and just building up the city, working on foundations.
Mhm.
Church is not. The church isn't like the first thing you need to build. There's much more important things.
Hey,
We can do like the church stuff during the day, and you
The
guys can help
churches are
build,
actually
or-
working in makeshift tents, just for the record, because they don't actually need a hardcore structure. They just need somewhere to house their sick.
Right.
The issue with the church was that they were running low on supplies and that they were short on actual healers.
so okay, well this is what we'll do. Where the fuck do we go find the vigil guys to go talk about what exactly they need help with?
They're currently digging out trenches and posting spikes and whatnot,
I will.
like near
Also,
the
like-
front of the campish, like I guess.
Okay, let's head that way then. I vote.
Yay! Yep, totally behind you guys.
Dope. Heading that way.
I want to go kill things.
So yeah, there's a bunch of really cut guys right now digging and sweating in the ditches. And
Ooh,
posting
I'll watch that too.
God,
Exactly where Kayla likes them. Digging
You said
trenches.
that for me.
Digging
No,
trenches.
really cut in half naked. That's
Precisely how Kayla
Kayla
likes
has a-
them.
Are they
Doing
shirtless?
hard
Option for
labor.
ditch digging.
Are they shirtless?
I mean, they're definitely not wearing their armor if that's what you're asking.
Jesus Christ.
And their drenched, or their sweat-drenched shirts are just sticking to their pectorals.
Women, I swear to God, we will go find a brothel. We literally have a fucking inquisitor of a fucking brothel. We will go find a fucking brothel right now. Fuck
No, we're
around.
gonna go see if we can kill things.
Hate you all. Is there a leader here? Is there someone cracking the whip?
Not literally a whip, but yeah, there is a guy like surveying the current actions and making
Crack
sure,
my literal whip.
like he's basically organizing and instructing.
Okay, cool. Hey, buddy. Malachi sent us over here to find out what you guys were. He said something about scouting.
That's probably not the highest of our priorities right now. Currently, we are focusing our efforts on securing the premise, and then tomorrow morning, or perhaps maybe, in a couple days, we'll attempt to gather some more intellect.
So we don't actually expect any resistance throughout the night.
It's doubtful. The orcs are just equally as unfond of moving through the night as we are.
Cool.
They can see better, but it's still a giant pain.
Well, guys, you guys do whatever the fuck you want. I'm gonna go help build some shit.
Sounds like fun.